Good morning, everybody. We're going to conclude the week of reviews with another installment of our MTV Unplugged review series, in which I give my thoughts on the portions of the Paul Simon Unplugged show that I've seen. This show was filmed and recorded in New York City on March 4th, 1992, and aired in June of that year. And at the time, Paul was on the road in support of his Rhythm and Saints record, and the tour was called Born at the Right Time. And of the clips that I have seen, I've seen Late in the Evening. He did Late in the Evening, Mrs. Robinson, which was kind of an uncommon song at that time. He hadn't done Mrs. Robinson on solo since the late 70s, and he hadn't done it period since, I believe, when him and Art did it in 81, as far as I can tell. And some of the other clips that I have seen are Still Crazy After All These Years, and I think at one time I did see the whole complete the complete version of the show, but for some odd reason MTV or Paul never released it in its entirety, and I'm really disappointed about that, because it's a show that I've always wanted to see. But the clips that I did see were fantastic, and his band was his touring band at that time for the tour. Among them, Steve Gadd on drums, Richard T on keyboards, or piano in this case, and Chris Bodie and Michael Becker on horns, Ray Peary on guitar, among others. And actually, this would mark the last tour that Richard T would do with Paul, as he would die, I think, either in 93 or 94, I can't remember. But anyway, and like I said, I wish they would have released the show on album. I was reading in preparation for the video today that, to my knowledge, it's one of the few unplugs that have never been released on record. Most of them have, and I don't know if it was because Paul was unhappy with the way it turned out, or I don't know why it's never been released. And like I said, the only place you can see clips from the show are online, or the highlight reel videos and DVDs, the last of which we will be discussing in a later video, called MTV Unplugged Superstars. And and I'm going to put a link up in the cards to my gigs playlist, because there is a poor quality audio recording of the whole show, but at least it is listenable enough to be able to give it a good listen. And it's broken down into two videos for some odd reason. Um, but one thing that I was kind of thrown by, or kind of surprised or thrown by, was the fact that I had never heard "Still Crazy After All These Years" done without a Fender Rhodes, and it was done on a grand piano, and it was kind of interesting to hear that, because I'm so used to hearing it done on a Fender Rhodes, and it gave it a new dimension to the song, and but and also I'm gonna there for the screen recording today. It'll be a complete version, or a complete um, set list. Now because of TV time constraints, the MTV Unplugged set list is only a fraction of what Paul was doing on the road at that time. There's only about maybe 16 songs, 15 or 16. You'll have to look on the screen recording. But one of the most, a couple more of the uncommon performances for me that I hadn't seen him do, that I was really hoping that I would be able to see performances of, um, were Jonah and Something So Right, because the only time I had seen those done live were on the Live at the Tower Theater DVD, which we will be discussing also in a later video. And so really he was kind of diving a little deeper into the catalog for this show. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you somehow get a chance to see the whole show. Owing to the fact I haven't seen the complete Paul Simon Unplugged, there will be no star rating for this video. Shot and produced by Adam Bauer. Screen recording taken from Setlist FM. Audio and video provided by Pixabay, the YouTube Music Library, and WeVideo. Photos provided by Google Images.